Today we're reviewing Rayhan's Cordova. If you don't know, Rayhan is actually a sister company of Rosasi that makes quality and affordable fragrance. So, what is Rayhan Cordova? So, Rayhan Cordova is part of the leather collection, and I think you're probably familiar with Rayhan's Corium, which is a clone of Stronger Radio Leather, which is a Middle Eastern exclusive. So, Rayhan Cordova is actually a clone of Gucci Guilty Absolute. If you don't know about Gucci Guilty Absolute, it's actually discontinued. It's really hard to find in the market. I'll be explaining the note breakdown and the presentation of the fragrance and what do I smell from the fragrance itself. So let's get on to the video. The top notes is leather, followed by the heart notes of cypress and patchouli, and the base notes are woody notes, amber, and vetiver. For the presentation, mine's actually got a little bit damaged in here, but thankfully the bottle is okay, as you can see. But for some reason, it's leaking up here. So if you check here, as you can see, it's kind of, there's a weird color here. It's actually from leaking on the bottle, so which is kind of unlucky. But thankfully, it's still okay. The scent is still great, and everything else is okay. It also comes with this blue Chanel bottle, like a square bottle-ish, with a leather pouch that looks so beautiful in the back, as you can see here, and a cap that doesn't really click into place, but it's not as also secured. So I suggest not really grabbing it on the cap, or else you break your fragrance. Also, this is my batch code U23020. Also, the box has this textured feel, which is not your typical cardboard boxes from your typical designer houses, which is really great from Rayhan. I'm glad they stepped it up. So there's also a Rayhan logo up top. It is 100 mils and eau de parfum concentration. So what do I smell from this fragrance? So let's check its atomizer, and I'll explain and give you a conclusion about what this fragrance smells. Atomizer check. Oops, it missed. The atomizer is really great. So the opening here is really strong. The leather here gives a big punch into your nose. I said it's really strong. So the leather here smells like very gasoline. If you're familiar with Fahrenheit, you know what I mean. It smells very gasoline, but more earthy because of the vetiver and the cypress and patchouli. It gives that earthy vibe. So it's more kind of a dry instead of the natural Fahrenheit smell. On the dry down, the gasoline smell is still there, but every hour that passes, the gasoline smell kind of fades away in the background. And a little dosage of the amber push in a little bit, but it's not that much. You can definitely smell a little bit of sweetness here. So the longevity of this fragrance is about 8 to 10 hours on my skin and lasts more than a day on my clothes, probably 1 to 2 days. So the projection here is actually really strong. For something under $25, the performance is crazy. So what do we get from this? How strong is it? Well, it's really not as strong as Mancera Red Tobacco. If you're familiar with that fragrance is a beast. So the projection here is very similar, I guess, to the first formulation of Sauvage or the Toilette, which was so strong with the dosage of Ambroxan there. That's the vibe I'm getting in here. So who could wear this fragrance? I'd say about in their 30s or mature people pushing 30 and above. And I think this fragrance is good for pairing for outfits like a suit and tie, some polos, some chino pants, and some loafers. I don't really suggest wearing this fragrance with some cargo pants, some oversized t-shirt, because this fragrance is about being confident, bold, and sophisticated. I really don't suggest wearing outfits like cargo pants, which is more of a fun and playful outfit. So, if you're into leather fragrances and don't give a crap about the age restriction, which you normally should do, just because a fragrance is not suitable for age doesn't mean that it's bad for you. If you like the smell of their fragrance, just use it. Don't care about what other people say, like, oh, it smells too old or it smells too classic. Just wear what you want, guys, and surely you will enjoy the fragrance. So I suggest wearing this fragrance if you're into leather scents and your personality is about confidence, building connections, and being bold. This fragrance is for you. So, do I have any concerns about this fragrance? Yes, I have two concerns about this fragrance. Every fragrance has its positive and negatives. So, what are the negatives of this fragrance? So, the negatives of this fragrance is it's not mass appealing. If you're looking for compliments or looking to grab people's attention, this fragrance is not for you. This fragrance on other people's nose can maybe smell like a burnt tire instead of this luxurious leather scent that you're wearing right now. Because other people have different olfactories and that is given. It is okay. So if you're really into compliments, this fragrance is a pass for you. At first, you probably think, oh, this fragrance is really weak, but in reality, it's really strong. It can get suffocating. So I suggest to dial down on the spray. I suggest not overspraying this, especially on high heat, as this will suffocate you and other people. Please be mindful of wearing fragrances, especially when you're going out into like secured or closed area, like going into a bus or in a theater or maybe at the office. I just want you to dial down on the sprays and be concerned about the people around you. So my final verdict. When you try this fragrance on a sample or a decant or a strip at the mall, give it time to settle it in. Because on the initial spray, it's not really harsh, but it's really off-putting. The combination of the leather and the alcohol smell, yeah, there's somewhat alcohol smell in the opening. You can't really notice it, but with a trained nose, you can notice it. It's kind of off-putting, but if you give it time to settle it on your skin, this will shine. This becomes really great. This is a great Gucci Guilty Absolute Glow, for my opinion. I've tried a sample of it way before, back then, probably December, but I've heard it's discontinued, so it's really hard to find. So this is a really great alternative for Gucci Guilty Absolute. And for the price you're paying, in my country, this costs around $20 to $25, which is absurd. And the price of Gucci Guilty Absolute is probably around $90 to $100, which is, do you see the difference of the pricing there? So for the price you're paying, you get the quality, you get the performance, and you also get the scent that is somewhat 90% close, but obviously the quality is not the same as the original, but it's still great. It's still great for me. If you don't like Fahren Eau de Toilette, you might like this one. I think this, for me, I guess it's more easier to like rather than that one. But this is more bolder compared to Fahrenheit. So if I could rate this fragrance out of 10, I would rate it an 8.5 out of 10. Why? Because for something cheap like this, you'll get a high quality fragrance. The leather here smells really great. It smells really high quality. The performance is great. And it's very unique. You don't see other people smell or wear leather fragrances as their signature scent. So if you're trying to explore in the realm of leather fragrances, I think this is a great beginner option. Thank you guys so much for watching, if you're still watching in the end. If you've tried this fragrance, let me know in the comments below. And if you need help about other fragrances or recommendations, I'll try to help you in the comments below. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you on the flip side. Peace.